Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night match. Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess. They could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
The Chargers set to go on offense for the first time, and they are led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2020. Now in his 2nd season out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. This one into the hands of Burton. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's knocked away and incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here come the Steelers now on offense, led out by a man who's been at the control since 2004. 6-time Pro Bowler, Ben Roethlisberger.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. The 4 touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. First carry for Najee Harris. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him and feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. And Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Roethlisberger will throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Again, it's Roethlisberger staying on his feet. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Tyson Alualu gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 45. Harris starts the drive on the ground. Able to power through. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
1st down, and they go back to Harris. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. It's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact knocked the ball free, and it's 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But the NFL, defense is awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
without the tie.
Either way.
You got it.
I just want to go past it.
LA readies for its next possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 76 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Harris, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback. LA set to take over again on offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
From the 31, Herbert. He's got Burton here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. More from LA in a moment. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Herbert. It's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Jeff Bradley. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. after the interception. Here's Roethlisberger. Quick slant fighting Claypool. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, this crowd is not like that, Cole.
Understandable reaction from the crowd. It's their team that the penalty is going against, but you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Chase Claypool, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Quincy Roche in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for LA. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. They go play action with Roethlisberger. He sets to fire deep. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he did not reel it in. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And it's third and short. Now Roethlisberger. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. More from L.A. in a moment. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 23. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is. Then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get a second one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Burton. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. On the give, this is Eckler. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here's Herbert. And they'll find his man on the outright. That's Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st and 10, Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. More from L.A. in a moment. From the 16, Herbert will get this to Eckler. Shifts by at the 15, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Herbert back to the air. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he stops shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Over the middle by Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. We looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
Now let's enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A quick throw complete to Washington. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down, this is Harris. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's Roethlisberger. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So we've reached halftime. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. To return, it's Cam Sutton.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, first and 10. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Now it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Chase Claypool, the intended target.
Third down here.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. From Washington, that's complete.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he lost the football. It's loose. While it looked like the Steelers weren't able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed.
Let's go!
He came into this game within shouting distance of Dan Marino at 61,361 career yards. And with that last play, Charles, he just went past Dan Marino.
I'm struggling over here. And the only reason is when you hear about him passing a Dan Marino,
a legend,
makes you step back and really take stock of his career. And you realize it's not just about the numbers. It's about the accomplishments. It's about the play.
Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense.
And I guess right now, as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that because that's where his head needs to be. Exactly.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down. Not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit. Because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Herbert now.
He's got his tight end McKinney right side complete.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now it's Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. To the air again, Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And a run past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Going for Burton, and he's got it. And go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, snapped at the 11. On 2nd and 7. Quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
To try again after the sack. Herbert. For Kidder here, it's complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. And barely able to knock it through. And then we'll cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24.
The
kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football. Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open. Yeah,
the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
They run again with Harris. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
A gain of 6 there on first. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line. Out of the gun, and Herbert, he's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Alex Highsmith
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and second down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball. Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Melvin Ingram has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it? Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour? Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's got room. All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night. No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it? Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big. 102 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Roethlisberger. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
Here we go. Back 20.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jarrell Casey able to record his 5th sack of the season. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time. I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess. Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right? Yeah. The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the 43. So they got inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve. They'll run on first down. Harris. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Chase Claypool, the intended target. But now it's third down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Oh, but he has it knocked free. And the offense does cover this one, but back inside their own 5-yard line.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From down near his goal line here, Herbert. And he's not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Stop the bus," because they think this one is over.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
I'd have to put in #1 for what we've seen this season.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger.
Able to hit his target, Claypool.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards for number 11.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
On 1st down, Harris. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Extra point now by Boswell. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was the rookie, Najee Harris, who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken from about the 12.
Oh, good-looking return set up here.
The Chargers ready to take over. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Herbert on 1st down now. And escapes the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
He's got Eckler.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Pittsburgh, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.